Instagram. There, we got your LinkedIn on, by the way, Vinny. Welcome back, Alchemist. This is the Abundance Thursday show with myself, Walter Morello, and the great Vinny Smile Chopra. Sorry, I just got back from 4th of July. It's like, what are we doing?
I know. We've been
So
so busy
250
this whole.
years celebrated. You and I celebrated. I was in Massachusetts. You were back in California.
Yes, yes.
You were closing Columbus 2 weeks ago. You
Yeah,
closed on
yes.
a big
I
hotel. You've
was
got a big
there.
LA hotel
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
It's been
You
it's
know,
been wild.
it's been a wild ride. I always say that. I know today's topic is the gratitude topic, and I feel like Miracle Morning is the best time in the morning to really pay gratitude to everybody around us and how we came in this life. I really believe that, and also center ourselves and look back at the positive things because if the gratitude is not there, it's a deep gratitude. Many time we were discussing before the show, if you just say thank you, just on the spur of the moment, there is another way to really be convicted to that gratitude and take that deep breath, you know, and then say very emphatically, to really power of nature, power of light, power of energy comes, Brother Galter, when we are deeply involved in the moment and then pay gratitude. I was just thinking about, when we were discussing my Atlanta deal many years back, I had sold it to a great buyer after, because this deal was taking too much repositioning, let's say the word, too much money into these 360, whatever, 7 units I bought. But I had signed the contract and given the repair credit to the buyer, and he was very happy. I mean, the party was very good in Atlanta, but then my lender was pushing me to put more money into renovations. And that was a very dilemma because I was trying to tell them that, hey, I already gave repair credit. You want me to put more money into it? It's a negative thing, anyway. So that was the moment I really felt really down, deep. And I said, I need to pay gratitude to my investors who believed in me and my partners and others and attorneys and everybody who pulled me out of the whole thing. And one of my great friend actually gave a loan to the property along with me. We put a lot of money from our side to pay gratitude to get out of the hole. So it's very important, I think, to gratitude brings the solutions, if we could say that, right?
Yeah, for everybody who's just listening, Vinny Chopra came to this country with $7 in his pocket, went and bought thousands of doors, multifamily doors, over $1 billion in acquisitions, multi-billions of dollars in acquisitions over the decades that he's been doing this. But he was a single family owner, he was a single family flipper, and it was about 14 years ago he changed. He went to Dave Lindahl
Yeah.
conference, paid a whole bunch of money for education, and then was one of the very few people who went and maximized every
Almost
single
18
dollar
years back, 18
18
years
years
now.
back.
Wow.
18
Yeah,
years,
eighteen,
and now
19.
at
Yeah.
73 years young, you've accomplished quite a bit. You're now doing hotels. You've almost completely gotten out of multifamily. You've
Yeah.
downsized a little bit in the senior assisted livings. You did some
Yeah.
residential assisted livings. You've done
Mhm.
just about any kind of deal there is, whether it's single family or duplexes. But your
Yeah.
focus now is helping other people, other operators, other investors, and um, people in real estate, whether they're beginning or they're extremely experienced or they're even looking to exit and get out, to look at the world from a mindset of abundance and to
Very
to
true.
be successful in the moments. So this principle, and we're looking at 30 principle 37, gratitude, or the depth of your gratitude. It's who you are, right? It's your go-to. But I think that most people don't understand it. So for the person who's listening right now and saying, Vinny just shared with me gratitude. Okay, so I've heard that before. I want you to understand that why Vinny shared gratitude is he wasn't grateful for a little while. There was some problems, right? He had a negotiation he couldn't get past. He couldn't figure it out. The solution wasn't clear. It wasn't obvious. He wasn't happy. It wasn't a good time. And then at some point, what created the answers was a shift to gratitude. And that shift how long did it take, Vinny, for you to go from I don't have an answer, I don't know what to do, I'm not
You know,
talking to anybody, and even when I am talking to people, they're not responding.
I try to tackle things, right head on, to be truthful. So it might have taken me 3 weeks or so to turn around because we had gotten notice, actually legal notice. It cost me 12,000 to resend it. I talked to the lender and the vice president or president or whatever, and I told them, I said, this is my game plan, and I plan to take a bigger loan to pay off, your loan and so forth like that. So they agreed to it. It cost me $11,000, $12,000 to get my attorneys to draft and get it into action. So it took about the whole process took almost 3 months, to get the whole thing. But it started with that light, light of gratitude, which propelled into bigger and bigger and bigger things. And I remember Conventus helped me a lot. Thank you to them in San Francisco. And they gave me a loan, big loan, in 15 days. I still tell Bob Eckstein, my other partner, he brought them in my life and things happened. So with gratitude, things happen. That's the big thing I want to say today. If I were not grateful to all the people around me, I wouldn't have come to the solution and would have really. And I remember when I shared that later on with my investors, they cried. Some of them cried and sobbed that we need you saved our investment. That was very a grateful moment for me.
So this is not just a make you feel good sort of strategy or tool. This is
No,
a function of how you make good decisions, how you make
yeah,
great decisions, how decisions can pull you out of a less than desirable situation. Vinny, in your book, profitability brings
positivity.
positivity brings profitability.
Yes,
I remember, I don't remember what page it was, I don't remember what chapter it was, but there was a theme of gratitude as a daily discipline. You talked about it as paying
yeah,
gratitude in the morning with the miracle morning, yoga, mindset, body, soul.
yes.
Like how did how did you get to, because 3 weeks to turn it around, but it probably didn't start turning around right away. Or did it? Like once you got to that state of gratitude, did answers start coming? Was it an hour? Was it a day? Was it
No,
a few
it's the
days?
it's few days always, because when you are in that kind of situation, you are always keeping the end in mind. It's so important. As a matter of fact, I didn't tell the new lender, new bank, that I had a family vacation. Can you believe that? I met them 1 week. They flew to Atlanta. I remember all that very distinctly. And next week, I left the country because my family, we were in Japan. And I could not cancel that trip, but I gave power of attorney to my great friend and my attorney for 18 years, Mr. Colgrove, Mr. Milton Colgrove in Dallas. And then he represented me. Oh my gosh. And he closed the loan and everything. Anyway, so there are ways that people step up, and with gratitude, you find different angles, different solutions that will get the job done, get this all accomplished. And I remember being in call the day we had to close that loan, that 30th of whatever month it was. Anyway, so, again, with gratitude, things happen. That's the main thing we want to discuss today. Is that if you're not grateful, if you're not paying gratitude to the people in your team, your investors, wherever, clients, you got to really make it happen for them, because if you help them to reach their goals, you'll hit your goals.
This is true for everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, go read the book. There's a book. It's called Profit. I got it. It's
Positivity,
Positivity Brings Profitability.
yes.
Vinny wrote it years and years and years ago, but then he rewrote the book. He came out with a revised version because his wife said, "You can do better. You're the guy who does positivity, and you can do better." You go to vinnychopra.com, go to
slash
Resources.
free resources. Oh, no, no. Actually, it's vinnychopra.com / free book, actually,
Okay.
because you go for one book, free book, but you get 5 books now. So maybe
Got
I should
it.
make it free books, actually. So maybe all the books will be there, 5 of them now, all free to everybody. Or you could go to vinnychopra.com free benefits. I think it's called free benefits. That's where they will be able to also
And
get
I'm clicking
these
the links as we
books.
speak. I'm on the site clicking the links. So that
Right
one
there.
worked.
Yeah.
Vinny, there is one link on the site. If you go to resources, that one didn't
Yes,
work.
yes.
So you and I can talk
Oh,
offline.
no, no. Yeah,
But the
totally.
books at that site do work. So
Yes, yes, yes,
I just
yes.
got it.
Free
Awesome.
book, and also vinnychopra.com / free benefits should work. Otherwise, I'll tell my team to fix it right away, because that's in my books also. All my new books, we put that link in there. Vinnychopra.com / free benefits. Yeah, yeah.
I like
But
that. So yeah, apartment
thank you.
syndication made easy.com works. It got it for me.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, the audiobooks. That's the one that didn't work. Okay. All right. Well,
Okay,
you and I will
okay.
talk. For everybody
Sure, sure.
at home, here's what I have learned. I had some challenges in February and I was very upset about everything. I said, "Oh, this is terrible. It's bad." And then I got on a Thursday call with Vinny. I told him what was going on. And he said, Walter, you're in a good situation. This is how you get out. This is what you get done. This is what you focus on. And after the call, I said, you know what? I'm going to change my mindset. I had stinking thinking and I shifted to a state of gratitude. I said, I'm going to go and I'm going to show everybody exactly who I am, what I do. I said, I'm thankful for everybody. I'm thankful for the city. I'm thankful for the people. I'm thankful for everything. And the more grateful I got, it took about 3 days, Vinny. So you're saying that timeline was
Yeah.
about right because I had to write it all down because I couldn't hold it. And then
Mhm.
about 3 days later, I was ready to talk to people. And once I started sharing where I was grateful and I saw the people's shock in their face, even the news
Mm.
reporters, I saw their shock in my response. I said, look, yeah, I'm thankful it happened because now we're going to do better. And everybody kind of, the more shocked they were, the more it solidified that no, gratitude is the right thing for me to be
Mhm.
feeling.
Mhm.
And it got us through a very difficult, trying situation. And now we're
Mhm.
seen in deep relationships. People are, they see us as an authority, they see us as capable. I'm sharing the story because that to me is the worst that thing that could ever happen to an operator. It happened to me. And the only way out of it was a change of mindset, not something tactical that was done. And Vinny just shared with his story as well. Something tactical had come from the mindset. So Vinny's mindset has helped me tremendously. Uh, if you
Thank you.
don't use it,
Thank
that's
you.
on you. But I just want to say thank you, Vinny, personally in front of
No,
a whole bunch of people. That
thank you.
the way
Thank you.
you speak about gratitude, the way you think about abundance, it really is a secret. And we've increased the amount we make off of our tenants. We've increased the relationship depth with our tenants because we're grateful
Mhm.
for them. How crazy is that? Just be grateful for your residents, be grateful for the buildings, be grateful for the rent that comes in every month, and it shifts. And this happens in hotels, it happens in investments, it happens in
Totally.
savings, it happens in loans and business.
Every part of life, brother. I mean, I always say there are 4 goals. And I always say, even in my website, I used to have that there. Our investors are gold. They are the supreme people, because if they are not contributing, we don't have a business in syndication or fund manager, or even Google wouldn't be here. If the Google did not have investors buying the stock, or we just got the SpaceX now 1.8 trillion. I mean, if the investors didn't really buy those stocks, they won't go anywhere. So investors are the main gold treasures. Secondly, are our team members, who are right below where our hotels or apartments and senior livings, they are gold, or all the places, shopping centers, car washes, wherever you are. But they are gold, and we need to treat them as gold. Then the third, right below, are our team members who are our partners. They are the attorneys, the CPAs, the bookkeeping people, all of them. And then our SEC and real estate attorneys and lenders, brokers, they are big, very big right there. And then come right below are our team, which is near to the core team, I call it. They come later on, and then the family comes at the bottom. So they're like hierarchy, and we need to pay gratitude from the top all the way down and build strong relationships, because relationships really make your businesses grow. And they are the ones when you have the serving attitude all the way. So it goes like that. Triangle is like that. So top is the biggest, then there, then there, and you are at the bottom. That's how I look at it.
And for anybody who has a hard time being at the bottom, just remember that's the mindset of somebody who's built a business worth having. Had over 157 managers working for him,
Team members.
and
Yeah, yeah.
I just think about Vinny, like the way you show up at the summit, the way you show up at every call, the way you show up in person with your investors, with your partners. It is grateful for the moment. Like you're living the moment. Your mind is usually clear, always clear for whoever you're in front of. We do this
Thank you.
every Thursday for everybody who's at home. Put it on your
Yes,
calendar.
yes.
We aim for Thursday at 12 p.m. EST, 9 a.m. PST. This is Abundance
Yes.
Thursdays with myself, Gualter Merlo, and the great, amazing Vinny Smile Chopra, who's 37 years young but about to turn 34. So, ladies and gentlemen, go to vinnychopra.com, get the free books. If anything isn't working, drop it in the comments below so I can go and me
Yes.
and Vinny will make sure that those links are working. But I just
Perfect.
downloaded, I tested one of the books, Profitability Brings Profitability. It still works. So, that's the one I'd suggest you go
We'll
and
test
get.
everybody. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
test
I'm going to
all of
test
them.
everything this week just because
Sure.
I want to have them, and I want my team to be able to read some of your
Thank
content,
you.
Vinny, because I like my
Thank you.
agentic team to be able to read that. That being said,
Thank you.
ladies and gents, cheers to your success. If you have a
Thank you.
choice, always work with the
See
best.
you
We'll see you on
next
Saturday,
Thursday.
and we'll see you next Thursday.
Thursday.
Cheers.
I'll see you Saturday, bro. Thank you. Thank you. God bless.